But as a basketball player, I think he's really grown up. I just hope they lose.
He had a season-high 27 tonight.
I just hope they lose.
This is a compilation video from TNT's Inside the NBA. That's obviously with Barkley and Shaq and Kenny Smith and Ernie Johnson. It's a back and forth video of what they were saying then during COVID about Kyrie versus what they're saying now. You'll get it.
You know, we've all realized now that the vaccine is really, it's a great seatbelt. It helps all of us stay alive for longer. We realize that.
And there's been like a constant change in the thought process about him by the mass media.
But we also realize that now that we could still spread the virus.
As a basketball player, you know, we're not talking about his political or social stances and looking at him in a negative view.
First of all, you don't get the vaccine for yourself. You get it for other people.
But I've said it to Stephen A. Because at one time, Stephen A. was an advocate about having a battle with this guy.
He has to really consider getting the vaccine.
Kyrie Irving says the Nets' injury situation won't change his vaccination status. I've made my decision already, and I'm standing on it. I would hope he would change his mind.
He self-inflicted himself. He got to take some responsibility. I think he's grown up. I think he's matured. Stephen A. and other people criticized him, and he rightly deserved it. You don't get vaccinated just for yourself. Like Adam said, you get vaccinated for your family first. You get vaccinated for your teammates second, things like that. That's what bothers me about this whole thing. I think everybody should get vaccinated. You know, you can do the vaccine thing. That's your own thing. But he deserved the criticism he got.
It's all about sacrifice. I hear the conspiracy theories. I did all that. I sacrifice. I don't want y'all to get sick. I don't want my mama to get sick. I don't want my boys to get sick. So I sacrifice for the team. Everybody else is doing it. Sacrifice plays an important role in winning the championship.
But as a basketball player, I think he's really grown up. I just hope they lose.
He had a season-high 27 tonight.
I just hope they lose.
Sage, I take no pleasure in that compilation for several reasons. You know that I don't watch the NBA anymore. It was largely because of how racial everything became, and then because of that sort of COVID nonsense. And I don't even know who's in the finals, right? Is it the finals this week, or it's the semifinals or something? I don't even know what's going on.
They start next week, yeah.
It starts the fact that I don't know that after 40-something years of basketball is crazy.
Because you're a basketball guy. I mean.
And I love basketball, yeah. But I get no pleasure in that also because those guys are great broadcasters for the most part. Barkley has become a great broadcaster. Kenny Smith was on my favorite team ever, the 95 Houston Rockets, blah, 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 blah. That is like direct to what caused your entire life to change, this COVID conversation.
Yeah. And I think one of the things that stood out to me is what Shaq said. Everybody else is doing it. Mm-hmm. Oh, that just, and I heard it then, and to hear it now, 3 years later, it's just like, oh my goodness, why? Every single thing they said was a talking point that came from Fauci, basically. Mm-hmm. And everybody took it hook, line, and sinker, especially in the media. Ernie Johnson, by the way, always will be the GOAT. Love him. And you heard him say it there as well. I remember being at ESPN and being so disappointed in how it was encouraged to pile on to Kyrie Irving and the selfishness word and how stupid he is, because he said he was willing to give away his $35 million annual salary to stand up for his principles to not take the vaccine. Stephen A. went in on him as well. Every single person did. The conversation that I think came up last night with Kenny Smith was that he, watching Kyrie Irving and doing what he's doing now, and everybody's like, yay, Kyrie, he's evolved. He's 32 now. And he's evolved from the COVID. No. He's actually probably much stronger than ever internally for taking a stand. But at that time, everybody crushed him. Kenny was like, Stephen A., you can't crush him because he's from our neighborhood. He's from our hood. What? So just because he's from your neighborhood or you guys the same skin color, you can't crush him, but you can crush the white guy who's not taking the vaccine like they did to Cole Beasley and other people. Cole Beasley from the NFL. The inconsistencies are gross. There's a lot of layers there. But at the end of the day, let's give Kyrie Irving his flowers for standing tall and staying true to his principles, something that I didn't do. I am sick to my stomach still that I took the vaccine in order to keep my job at ESPN. And that's all it was, is in order to I waited till the very last day, the last possible day, in order to get the vaccine, to be fully vaccinated by September 30th, 2021, because I was going to walk away from my job, but I have 3 kids and I couldn't do it. I am sickened that I did that. I did what I had to do at that moment. Kyrie stood tall when everybody was crushing him. So now to hear those guys who I love them all to say, yeah, I'm glad he's doing well. Have you apologized? Have you called him? Because I know you all can get a hold of him. Have you called his dad the way that you crushed him for so long on so many different levels? I wrote Kyrie a couple times to him, like, stay strong. And I had to be quiet about it, right? I don't even know if he got it, but good for him. And if there's no other reason to root for the Dallas Mavericks right now, it's because of Kyrie Irving, because he might be different. He might have said the world is flat. He might have said all these different things and created some controversy when he retweeted, certain movies. At the end of the day, he's true to himself. Isn't that what we want? We're okay if the kid at my daughter's school says they're a girl today, a boy tomorrow, a cat tomorrow. We're fine with that. Yeah. But are we not okay with this man staying true to who he is? Apologize to Kyrie Irving.